exactly who he is. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. And yes, everybody goes through haters. What's hater is a person who basically just upset and bitter and angry with you due to the fact that either they can't do what you do or they can't do what you do. That's what it comes down to, pretty much. Now, biggest hater we have of all time is a YouTuber that goes by Crow1176, which is now facing judgment. He's facing criminal charges. He's facing a lot of things, mostly judgment. Because Jamie felt the need to go out and spread vicious rumors about my company, my family, to try to make trouble for us, even incorporate people to make trouble for us. And Jamie is now under judgment. Jamie's going to be, I hate to say it this way, it is true. Jamie poisoned himself. And yeah, if you sit there and say, buddy, that is slander, it's not. The machines you have, I did the research. I do a lot of research before I open my mouth because I'm suing people for the same thing that I'm just saying right now. You poisoned yourself. And I got a buddy of mine who's a professional in the field. He'll have no problem calling you and talking to you. Neither will any of my doctors. I have lung doctors that I go to. They'll talk to you and tell you from the end of the day, you and your family have to go down and get a checkup because what you breathed in was some very harmful particles that, again, eventually are going to kill you. So, believe me or not, it's up to you. It's your life. But anyway, so for the haters. So, keep in mind, we're taking these people to court. We're taking these people to court for saying these things about us. Now, question. If you feel this strongly about me, how come no one's drawn up any paperwork for court? How come no attorneys have reached out to us? None of that whatsoever. This is going to be held against you in court. This is going to be brought up. If you felt this strongly that I've been doing this type of business for this long, how come you haven't contacted anybody at all, period? There's not one. My police record and my account is absolutely clean. There's nothing on it. So if a person's been doing this longer than you, most of the time on digital crystal screen paint, you guys didn't even exist. So you claim it's black paint, but I've developed gray paint. I've developed color technology, invisible technology. I developed a lot of stuff. But you're saying it's all scams. That's what you're saying, right? So that means you must have been back on whether we had the church. We did the promo demonstration for my company. You knew them, right? You weren't around at that time. So you remember all my beta testers. You weren't around at that time either. You were around when I got the contract overseas in the other country, but you weren't around there either. So where did you come up with this conclusion that our company is this at the end of the day? Now, mind you, these are questions. The same thing I'm asking you is the same thing my attorney's going to press on you when we get you into a courtroom. If you can't answer these questions, some of you could be facing a couple years in jail. All of you will be facing massive lawsuits. So, and then after that, keep in mind, you went out and you prosecuted a Christian at the end of the day. So now you're in the judgment under God. You don't believe me? Look it up in the Bible. You don't believe what I say? Read your Bible. Go and get it off your mantelpiece, wherever you have it, open it up, and read what happens to people who prosecute God's people. God is our protector. He's always been our protector from day one. He protects us from the devil. What makes you think he's not going to protect us from you? All right, then. Now, this is my page right here. I have a promo demonstration from a church. It's a church we did a screen for a long time ago. They were so happy with the work, they went in and sent us a video before and after on the product. So that means that, as Jamie would put it, the church must be in on the scam too, right? That's pretty heavy to say about a church. I mean, watch it, buddy. You're already in enough trouble already. Don't keep pushing it. Let me see. Let's go back to Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. We'll go back when we first started our business. Now, you make all these false claims against me, and I've never done anything to you. I don't know you people at all, but you just came up against me, rose up against me. What would you be angry at me about? Have I attacked any of your family members? Have I done the things that you've done to me? No, I've just basically exposed you for the liars that you are, because if it's the same evidence, we're going to use in court. Can you use the evidence that you claim that I am in court? No. You know why? Because you made it up. That's what you're being sued for. That's why when you go to court, that's the one thing you're going to have to back up. That everything you just mentioned in your YouTube channel or anyplace else, that's what you're going to have to back up in court. Now, say you're able to back it up. Say I am this person at the end of the day. Then that means You can hit me with the counter lawsuit if it's true. But it's not, because you haven't had an attorney reach out to me. There's no police officers, nothing, not a thing, nothing at all. And how would you be able to call the police and you're claiming I'm this person at the end of the day, and you said you knew me for all this time when I was around before you guys existed on YouTube? How would that be possible? These are questions you're going to come up in court. These are questions where you're going to find yourself stumbling to answer. Mind you, in that environment you will sit in is an area of judgment. It basically plays out a part of whether you will see your family again that may be sitting there watching you go through this ordeal, and you may be carted off to prison or jail, whatever they take you at, because we're going to federal court for this stuff. We're asking for prison time. And then it also means the fact that while you're in this system, we could be following multiple lawsuits against you to start taking your stuff from you. It's not pretty at all, period. Just not pretty. So you got to understand, you're going to cross this crossroad either way you like it or not. It's coming. But anyway, let's go back to digital crystal screen paint. Let's look up beta tester. Beta testers. All right. So these are beta testers. When we developed crystal, matter of fact, this is a black technology 3.0, which we've had 11 years ago. Let me see, 2.0. We had a thing called Crystal Steel 2.0. It's another one we have, is a movie technology. Invisible technology we had 11 years ago that you claimed that we just made. No, we had that 11 years ago right there. It's invisible technology. Look at the date on it right there. See right there? 11 years ago. So where were you guys 11 years ago? Oh, you weren't thought of. You weren't even around. Danny, were you around 11 years ago? Nope. Jamie, were you around 11 years ago? No. You weren't there. What about McAfee? Were you there 11 years ago? No. Williams, were you there? No. You weren't there. So we got Williams on a recording. We got it on a flash drive. Mind you, that package is going to be going out very soon. We're getting ready. We're stacking it up for about 26 members of the, what do you call it? The Housing Authority. Higher ups on top of higher ups, so we make sure we hit everybody. There's a flash drive in there, and in that flash drive has your voice recording showing you constantly contacting our business and screaming and yelling at us and saying all these obscene threats. Also, too, we also have in there of you claiming to be a minister because you mentioned who you are, and emails and all that stuff. It's all being compiled and sent to them. So that's something you have to explain to them. And then letters from our attorneys basically stating we are suing their building and anyone else involved. All right, Clear Technology. Let me hear right here, beta tester. This is a beta tester right here who did demonstrations on our dark true black screen paint. This is when we first started developing black screen paint. That was 10 years ago. That's the beta tester right there. There's a beta tester here for digital movement screen paint silver, ultra silver, right there. It's for black technology. You know, the ones you claim at the end of the day that can't see it. So how the freak would a beta tester be to pick this up? So that means you guys went out and started all these nasty rumors about me because you were jealous. And God saw all that. God saw everything that you did. And that's why I said at the end of the day, some of you will pay in judgment. Some of you will pay with your health. Some of you will pay with time. Finances. Got right there. Did our demonstrations for us. So where were you guys at? 10 years ago. So that means that everybody that we have on to now and back then, everybody, they're all crazy. They must be brainwashed, right? We must have some kind of special abilities to be able to make them believe that they're seeing something that they're not. You make that statement, we can get you a 302 real quick. We can acquire you a 302 right there on the spot. This right here, 13 years ago, is the first, actually not one of the first one, second demonstration on our gray screen paints. Now, for you people at the end of the day, that's how long Xbox Live. For you people at the end of the day, we want to sit there and say, well, it's all about black. I was developing your products long before you guys existed. That's a great screen paint. I made more money than you guys. I had more popularity than you guys. I had more beta testers, more customers, and my product sold for far more than yours. My stuff was contracted. So even when you make great paint today, I was way surpassed you guys. Right there. That's our first product. See the color of the screen? So when you sit there and say that I already know black, I know everything. We literally engineered everything we can get our hands on. I'm going to pull these videos up. I'm going to load them on our website and call it the archives. So you can see exactly how far we go back. Of course, I have to bring somebody in for that because we have 13,000 videos on YouTube. So you claim you know me, right? Mine, you all 720p projectors. See, what they're doing today is they're taking old paint from way back then and introducing them to high-tech projectors today to make you believe that you're getting something hype, but you're not. They still have the same flaws. They don't read contrast. They can't pick up in fully lit environments. They have color issues. Ours product didn't have that problem. That's why our product stood out among everybody else's. That's why we could get more money. Mine at the time was something with all great screen paints. So how did our company ended up beating all the other screens and still been able to make more money than they were? Because our technology did something they couldn't do. That technology you see right there is a blessing from God. The same blessing that I have now today. The same blessing that you went in and you basically tried to taint, tried to make me look like a scammer, tried to make me look like a rip-off artist with God's blessing. So don't blame the world for the outcome of your life pretty soon. It's going to be catching up pretty soon. Some of you already started. Now, can these people get away from this what's going on with them right now? Yeah, anyone can. Anyone can. But the problem is some people are so embedded by hatred that they can't. They're going to end up like Pharaoh. That's what happened to Pharaoh. Pharaoh thought at the end of the day that he basically didn't want to give up that hatred, and it killed him. Let's go through here. Beta testers. Oh, let's see, 1 hour and less. Because back in the day, it was like 6 hours or so forth. You had to paint down the screen. Oh, beta tester right here. Boom. I'm doing it 1 hour. Let's put the beta tester in. Now, these videos are going to come up in court, by the way, so you know that. And keep in mind, anyone that we feel that attacked our company on that level, we're asking the judge for a minimum of 20 years from the door. That's what we want. We want 20 years. I wanted 50, but I'll take 20. That's what we want. And we're going to file a conspiracy charge, which means all of you guys will be lumped into one solid charge, showing that you guys all work together to attack their company. That means if one person gets 20, we will all get 20. Unless you work out a plea deal and you try to work out something where maybe somebody snitches on the other. That's usually what happens. See what's going on with this video. There we go. That's our product right there. Here's our product. What is going on with the internet in here? Let's see, pause that for a minute. So they're updating the servers in here. No, that video is just not buffering. Hold on for a minute. Let's go over here and grab something. See what's going on here. Make sure it's not the video. Make sure it is the video. Let me see. Yeah, it is a video. Oh, that's nope, it's just this video. I'm going to pause it, let it buffer up a little bit. Usually we never have that issue. If all the videos are playing, this video is probably not playing. If not, we got more of them. There we go. Now we got it. Thank you, Jesus. So that's one of our beta testers right there. See all that light in the environment? So, question for Fernando. How is it possible that a beta tester is testing out a black technology in his environment like 10 years ago when we developed this technology, first people engineered it, and you're saying on your channel that our technology came out so dark, it's impossible to watch. But you weren't around at the time we first developed this technology. So how would that be possible? This is why it's a good thing that maybe you're getting deported, because if not, our lawyers were looking for way over 80 years. His time was way over 80 years. He's looking at roughly maybe almost close to about 100 years in jail. We had so much stuff on him. But how do you back that up? How do you make that statement? How do we back that up? There's the DK Crystal Onyx right there. So that means you guys came out and hated on me for nothing because you were angry. What color is this? That's a silver technology. See the lighting system over top of it? Which means halo systems, we were doing them a long time ago. Before you guys ever thought of it. We did it first.
Technology that allows paint to become brighter, even if it involves like a great deal of light. So if you have a great deal of light in your game room or whatever area you might have the screen painted in, you don't have to worry about
the cardboard box. Paint on the cardboard. Excuse me. All the lights are on there.
Before I get down to the demonstration, I want to show you what we're painting this on. This is an everyday sheet of cardboard. So I left some of the screen unpainted.
It's cardboard right there.
This is a sheet of cardboard.
See how small that room is? Gentlemen, you don't know focus and dedication. You don't know it. I can tell you don't know it. I spent 4 years in that small little room making those products. To be here now, sitting in an office right now, I can go back and look at my past and I can see my technology rise and I can see my progress. You guys are still in the same spot.
Basically, it had Crystal Onyx technology.
So we're going to build an archive soon. We got a guy coming in. I can't do it. I don't have the time. He's going to take all our past and build a video showing where we started from and where we are at now. As Fernando said, at the end of the day, he said, all that work to end up in the garage. We're the only company now that has a technology that can read outside in the sunlight. It burns them up at the end of the day. I sat there in the middle of the floor. What statement did I make to God in the world? I said, if I'm all these things at the end of the day, may the Lord out me for what I am. Did I say that, right? What happened? Technology advanced. You see that gamer paint? That gamer paint's like nothing we've ever seen before in our life. That thing can literally overpower the technology we have right now. Not the outdoor. Outdoor is different. But any form of screen paint we have now, nothing can touch it. It's a stage 2 technology. It's 50% completed now. Do you see how incredible that thing looks? The colors on it are absolutely insane. And mind you, projectors we're using, none of these are 4K. None of these are 1080p projectors. These are old $50 projectors, $20, $10 projectors. And that screen reads on a color level like that. So now they're angry and bitter about that too. They're mad about that. So, question, all these videos are fake? Mind you, gentlemen, keep in mind, minimum what we're asking for in court in front of a judge is 20 years of your life. If you're in your 50s and you're doing this nonsense, that's 70 years before you get out. If you get out, that's the big thing. There's a big if in there. Prison system's a very interesting place. It's a very, very interesting place. That's if you get out.
You want a screen paint that can work in very...
Now, there's light systems. We have lights all around the environment. One of the things you had to prove when you're developing a screen paint, look at my projector. It's a QME. So we're using a QME Q2 projector, right? We're using the same thing. Where is my projector? As we're over there. There we go. So 300 lumen projector, or that one might have been 200 lumens at the time, because they had several versions of them. I think I had 200 lumen. Same projector. Same thing we have here. Same one, right? And we have all that lighting hitting the screen.
720 feet. So we're going to go into the screen. Everyday box, no standing required.
You guys can't even do this on gray paint.
Excuse me. So much just to have the ultimate screen. Look, don't. So, demonstration.
Get mad at us when our products sell. You get mad at us because our products are better. You get mad at us when our stuff is tested. Mind you have a company we're challenging you in court too. On top of that, we're not done with you yet. We're going to challenge your business in court. We're going to take you to court. So if you're running a business, you're selling this stuff, we're going to challenge you in court. So you better know what you're talking about. When you sit on that witness stand or whatever stand you're going to have you on, you better know exactly what you were talking about. We can go through your specification sheets. Now, after I get done all my business today, we're going to send Jamie some interesting emails right through his eBay account. We're expecting from them to contact us back. Your specification sheet is missing a lot of information. I'm going to ask you some questions. See if you can respond back. If you don't respond back correctly, you'll receive a letter from us. And the letter basically tells you we're challenging your company in court. Is that Metal Gear? It is Metal Gear. Wait, that's way back. So, again, look at that. All that lighting operating at only, I think, 300 or I think it's 300 lumens for that projector. And you guys can't even maintain your gray paint in an environment with that much lighting. Let's keep going back. We'll keep going back. We got, man, there's tons of videos in here, man. Tons and tons of videos. Let me see. Paint down demonstrations. Now, the reason why we left the mic open, for an important reason why. The mic is left open so we can show you the attitude of the people who hate us. You can see their actions, how they carry on, how they act up. That's what it's for. There you go. Halo system in the center of the screen. What color is that? It's a platinum screen. So we were doing all these demonstrations when Jamie went there and put his cell phone light up there. I mean, we've been there and done all that stuff already. You're late. You're trying to keep up to a company that has done this stuff years ago. Except for the difference between you and us is that the technology we have, we can back up 100%. See right there, the color of it? You can't back your stuff up. I know I've had all your stuff tested. You don't know what you're doing. Got another light there, light up in the ceiling. So this is the reason why my products were selling for $800-900, and your stuff can only squeeze out a roughly $60. $75 isn't anything. You know why? Because on a breakdown, if you consider the fact how much paint he would have to make and consider supplies and whatever, he doesn't even have enough. He's lucky if he reaches maybe $20. Our technology is designed to give us 95% back.
All black screen and 300 watts of lighting, including a bar light right smack in the center.
So where were you guys at when I was doing this demonstration? Curious, where were you at?
Like the black diamonds.
Did I mention Black Diamond? That's right around town. We're testing against Diamond. D4K. This is a technology we were engineering to go against Diamond. So where were you guys at when I was testing against Diamond? Oh, you're nowhere to be found. Of course you were nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. What about outside demonstrations? Did that one too. Where were you guys at when we were doing demonstrations outside? Now, right around the time when I was in this house, mind you, I went from the room to a house, which you can watch right there. Some people stayed in the same place for 10, 15 years. They didn't even move. That was done on a 2000 lumen NEC projector outside. This is where I met the guy over in Switzerland who had an outdoor screen. He contacted me, he saw the demonstration. He was wondering what the lumens were on the projector. I said, about 2,000 lumens. He said, wow, they're at 5,000, 6,000 lumens outside. They were having issues. And so me and him got to know each other. They don't reach out to you guys at the end of the day because you know why? You don't know what you're doing. That's why. You can't even get a silver screen to operate inside. We could be outside with them. And then with the new stuff we have today, well, ooh, man, we're way beyond that. Let me see. So many. Let me see. Wow. This is a basic home cinema full starter kit. 2 quarts. $269 coming soon. Wow, look at the date on that. That's my beta tester right there playing around with it right there, watching the game off of it. Look at that. 10 years ago. Guys are late to the party. That's why I say y'all screen paints, late to the party. So what y'all guys have been doing is going back to my old videos and copying my work. You don't give away free stuff, Jamie, do you? We do, all the time. Always give out free stuff. You don't have a wholesale tax license because you don't pay taxes. We already know that. I know all your stuff, man. I know everything about you right now. Everything. I got a sister who works for the IRS. A lot of my family's military, they have government jobs and stuff like that. I know a lot of things about you. You don't have the EIN number, no DBA, nothing, none of those things. And mind you, for what you're running, you're going to have all those licenses and more. You have to have a license in chemistry. Now, if you're operating this out of your home, which is a bad idea either way, but you don't need that. But when you're running 3 machines, that is not considered to be a business, which means you have to have a certain type of license to do it, and you don't have it. Ah, look at that. Free stuff. Automatically from the door. And then they turn around. Remember the fellow who did the review on everybody's products? Remember that guy? And we beat their product. You know what they did? They turned around and they attacked him because they were mad and upset. Yeah, we know we beat your product. We already know. I did it with my gunmetal. Black technology would have leveled you guys easily. But they did it with the gunmetal. I know about that whole contest that went on. And my buddy contacted me laughing his head off that we beat your products. So with that being said, y'all turned around and got mad and you attacked that person and said, oh, he's a scammer, he's a this, that, and the other. He must be fake, he must be in with him. We don't even know this guy. I was a little offended by that, the fact that they put our top technology in with you guys in the day, fake scammers and rip-off artists that can't back their products up. Even when we contact you multiple times to basically to go buy your products, we get cancellations left and right. I want to email him over our cancellations that we got from you guys showing you couldn't back your products up. I prefer him put us against Black Diamond, Screen Innovation, those high-end screens. So next time, fellow, I have no problem with what you just did. Great job. I give you that much. But next time you want to test any form of our technology, which you have no problem, you reach out and contact Mr. Bird, and Mr. Bird will send you whatever you need. And I want you to put me against high-end professional screens. Don't put me against joke paint. If these guys can't survive against a Black Diamond, we already know they can't do anything proper. But I got no problem with sending them out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to send them out one of those screens that absorb sunlight. I want to do a review on that. So we got no problem sending out what's a little contract out. He'll sign it. Basically, make sure no defamation, nothing goes on. And at the end of the day, we got to protect our company. And he feels free. I would like if you basically take that technology and just for fun, knock out their products if you still got some of them laying around. Does that scare you, gentlemen? The fact that I can contact influencers and send them free screens just to knock your stuff out. To have somebody else do it for us. That does scare you. Because you know your stuff doesn't work. And I'll use it against you in court again. Now let's find some more stuff in here. And we got so many different directions we could take your stuff out. Not only can I get cancellations on you, not only can I make you remove entire states. We literally had somebody remove entire states to stay away from us. So that tells you right there. Your actions speak for yourselves, right? You ever order anything from us? Say we don't have one receipt. Any of our accounts and you guys ever order anything from us, but you claim to have our stuff. This is where we're going to have problems in court. Got to back those receipts up. Those receipts are not backed up, it's 20 years. It's fraud charge. Online. Cyber crimes. Let's see. We got this is all black technology testing. Let's go under over here. Now we showed us some demonstrations on some customers. But then Jamie goes in and goes, well, what about newer customers? Well, we're in a couple of buildings. Big buildings. Buildings that were in showing off the technology, right? And then he got mad about that. And he decided to contact these people to try to make trouble for us. God saw that. Jamie, in the position you're about to be in, on your lungs and everything, your health condition, that this is not the time to be carrying on and acting up. Because you're under judgment. Look at the laugh emojis in there. Look. A shame, sad. This is all you guys have to show at the end of the day. This is all you have. That's it. All right, well, we'll see you in court soon anyway. Fernando, keep in mind that we're going to put a lot of pressure on you in the next couple of days, so it's going to get pretty hairy, including the fact that you're going to have to leave that unit. Mind you, got process servers that'll be coming through hitting your building pretty soon. If we don't get that letter back in time, that means that we're going to basically file some serious charges against you, because we can show the judge you're not able to back this up. You weren't willing to go into court with us. So how are you going to go to the doctor's office if you're having these issues if you got process servers out there waiting for you? It's going to be a hairy ordeal. But you'll figure it out. These are our customers. Jamie, where are your customers at? Oh, customers got ticked off because your stuff matched the house paint and they all got ripped off. And then you have this thing where they can't basically return the item because you're stuck with it. Which ain't true. You can get around that crap. We did it multiple times to them. We got around it. So these are our customers right here. So I guess all these guys must be not real, right? This is my screen at 150 inches. That's the same screen I put through a window. Right there. And they contacted this guy too. Yep, they contacted him and said, hey, the guy you're working with is a professional scammer and he rips people off. So let me get this straight. So the owner's in there looking at that screen, reading through your email and laughing. What happened, gentlemen? Everyone who's come in contact with you laughs at you. They think you're a joke. You know why? Because they've seen our technology. The owner of this building, he's been here multiple times to see this stuff. All the people at City Hall, been there, done it, seen it already. They know who I am. Any false accusations you make against me, guess what we do? We got your folders. We send it back to them. So now they have your address, they know where you live, they get your first name, your last name, your middle name, your date of birth, all that comes up. There's my screen right there. Well, what's happening? I thought this screen was not supposed to work, right? It's supposed to come up dark, you can't see it. What happened, Fernando? Hey, it's the same screen we have right here. Look at this, sitting in the window. You guys can't even get your stuff to work next to a window. And we can put it in the window. Same screen. 150 inch. There's the owner walking past. Look at the reflection out the window. What time of day it is. Oh, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. I'm leaving your comments there because this video is going to other places. I got my other second phone behind me recording everything that's coming off of here because that's going someplace else. I want to show people my haters. So what's going on here? Danny's gain range? Really? Your gain range doesn't function and work. That's real technology right there. Oh, isn't that interesting, right? Got a screen fired up in a window just producing. The owner walked by. He's been in there several times to see it. You guys are desperate. Oh, you got another one right here. It's the carrying place. I found some old plastic in the back they had in the back and I coated it over with our technology and converted it to a screen. So it just shows at the end of the day that you're jealous. That's what it comes down to. Because if you feel that I'm this person at the end of the day, as you claim I am, right? Get a lawyer to contact me. Get a lawyer to reach out to me and contact me. I can't wait to talk to her. Come down here to Pennsylvania, file a lawsuit against me. That's what you have to do. Come to Pennsylvania, file a lawsuit against me. Gentlemen, you got into the end of the month. Now mind, you know this comes with consequences, right? This is going to be bad. You got until the end of the month to have a court document, independent court. You don't, it's going to get far worse for you. Which means I'm going to have people making contact to your properties. Which means a letter is going to be going out from attorneys to your property explaining to you our company is suing you in court for $1 million. And yes, it will carry jail time. So there's your opportunity right there. I always give everybody the opportunity to strike first. So what's it going to be? Now, I have all your videos, everything you have. You delete stuff, not going to do any good. Showing you make these false accusations against my business. So, you're just going to have to figure out how to get that to work. And if you can't, we walk in that courtroom, I guarantee I'm going to get 20 years out of your life. I guarantee. Now, it's 20 years away from your kids, 20 years away from your wife. That's what it's going to come down to. Customer demonstration. Customer painted the entire wall, right next to a window. So, Fernando, where's this dark color paint coming up? You say, I'm a scammer, so that means at the end of the day, she's involved in this too? She's a part of this conspiracy theory? You get yourself a 302, you're going to mess around and be sitting in a insane asylum in a padded room with a Hershey Kiss on top of your head with a clean silver hat. So what happened here? See, right there. See, when customers use our products, they realize that our products are good. You know why? Because they see the amount of hatred that people are upset and jealous because they can't do it themselves. Jamie, your customer couldn't have 2 windows open next to his screen without his screen washing up. A shame. The guy did all that work in that environment and he couldn't open up 2 windows and his screen disappeared. And look at my customer. Scam products. That's what you have. Two windows. Look at this. She's got 2 windows right there. See right there? See how the light's hitting here? All this is hitting the screen. The screen's not affected by it. So what happened to your customer? He just opened up 2 windows and the screen's going. And I heard him in the video say, not enjoyable. Of course, who would enjoy that in the day? You can't even see the screen. It's gone. The greens are not there. The reds are not there. The blues, there's nothing there. So what you did was you basically mixed the black and white paint together and you sold it to your customers. You did it with a 4K projector and make it look like something that it wasn't, and you stuck it in a dark environment. And even that, you still have to calibrate it. Don't say you don't calibrate. I heard you say in the church video, it'll look better once we calibrate, and all the lights weren't even on in that building. It was still in the dark. Even when you sat there and said that all the lights are on, you see those fire exits over there? They're never supposed to be that dark. Even he said, no, lights aren't on. You know why he was walking back and forth on the stage? He was looking at the screen he had with the lights on versus the screen he had without the lights on. So that tells him at the end of the day that if we turn the lights on, is that screen going to look the same way as the one we have over here? And you have a nerve to say on camera, look how amazing it looks at the end of the day. It didn't look amazing. He didn't even praise you at the end of the day. He was too busy walking back and forth trying to figure out what the heck, this is not going to work. We don't even have the lights on here all the way, and the screen, it's not going to work. And then you ask a question, do we have all the lights on? I don't look back at you and go, really? And then you say, it'll look better once we calibrate it. They did calibration already. I guarantee that the person came in and bought those projectors in on that white screen, did calibrating. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. And that's why they're upset, because the calibrating didn't do anything. That's why they contacted you. Which stuck them back in the same dark environment they're at right now. And you're on camera, look how good this looks. You're delusional. You're definitely delusional. No, the customer's screen should have never washed out. It should look just like this. But they'll say, hey, that customer's not real either. That's a fake customer. That's not a real customer. That's fake. Yeah, keep in mind, you're going to have to, we're going to challenge you on that in court. So that's going to hurt you a bit. You don't know what you're doing. Look at this. Look, customer outside. Now, that customer, of Jamie's customer, the one that was outside showing Batman, his screen was completely washed out. It was washed out so bad that the cinema bars were blending into the screen. Cinema bars are supposed to be black, not gray. Another customer outside. Now, how much technology have we developed between the timeline of what you guys have right now? Your stuff is old. It's been around for forever. Your paints have been around forever. It's old. We're outside now. We're doing demonstrations outside. So even our ambient light rejection technology is more farther advanced than you right now. No, customers gaming outside. And they're 720p models. Great screen can't do that. It won't operate outside. We know, we tested it outside. Couldn't get it to read. Football games, you name it. This is this other woman who's showing off her setup here. Look at the white levels on there, Fernando. You made a statement that stuff came out so dark you couldn't watch it. See, we know what you did. You went and got some black paint. You printed out one of our labels. And you sat there and said that this is how our products came out. So you're going to have to back it up when we get to court, Fernando, because from you, we're not asking for 20. We're asking for 50 years from you. That's what we want. But we're not going to get the 50 years. You know why? Because you're undocumented. And you committed crimes here in the United States, did you not? Counterfeiting, ripping off artists. Heck, you stole from Stanley, right? This is the same guy here laughing, finds it funny, on camera, about how he just printed out a Spider-Man figure that belonged to the artist and the late Stan Lee. And then took it to a Comic-Con, an area that's known for Stan Lee, and sold it there to try to make money, to profit for himself. Interesting. Well, maybe what you're about to go through from that 3D printer at the end of the day maybe justifies what Stan Lee taking his hard-earned work at the end of the day and selling it to make your money. And other stuff you ripped off too. Heck, you ripped off the studio for The Nightmare Before Christmas. My buddy went through your entire table, and now he's sending out emails to companies with your information attached to it. Got a problem? Talk it over with him. Oh, here we are. White levels inside of a commercial property. So these people were walking all through the entire building. They walked past the screen multiple times. I had to bring the camera down a couple of times so they didn't want people being recorded without consent. And they saw the screen. So we got tons of witnesses in a building who saw me paint in a black technology and pull up a high white level. So Jamie, how is it possible in your environment or any other environment that that technology came up dark? We're in a fully lit environment around a bunch of people. But for some reason, only in your apartment only, or in other places, or people who don't like us, for some reason your stuff comes up dark. Like Mr. Rogers, who claimed that a phantom came up too dark. Rogers, $100 million for using my face without my permission, and then you got 8 more lawsuits after that we're going to hit you with. Because you went in with McAfee and did a demonstration. I have the videos and everything, even the ones you deleted, I got them. Claiming that you had a phantom from us, and you never had a phantom. Interesting thing about it is, the screen that he canceled out 1/8 or 13.8 million people was an actual phantom. It's a Spartan version of it. So if you already did the phantom, you claim you beat it, why would you cancel out 13.8 million people out of Pennsylvania if you beat the screen? You had black paint in there. But God didn't like what you did he? Of course you did, because you took a product, that a blessing that God gave us, and you tried to taint it. And what happened? Whatever's in the dark comes out into the light. You know what happened? Your contrast level popped up on your screen out of nowhere. And now McAfee is sitting there trying to explain how the black screen that he claimed was black in the entire demonstration was not black. It's actually gray. Which means the entire time when he was doing the demonstration, he had to know the screen was gray. And that's where he made a second video, came on cursing and carrying on and acting up and getting mad and angry. It's not my fault. God out at you in front of the entire world. So that screen was never black to begin with. It was gray the entire time. And then the customer in England, who did a black screen in a complete dark environment, again, wouldn't be needed. We can see from the flashes when the screen was changing over in transfer stage, when it changes over, the screen goes back to its original state to show what it is. The screen came up gray. That's why I requested about gain range and he blocked us because he doesn't know what it is. I've requested from McAfee gain range. He doesn't know what it is. I've requested from Crow gain range. He doesn't know what it is. Or Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. We requested from the owner himself. It's on the blacklist multiple times. He never reached out to us. He don't know what it is. So we're challenging that in court. So look at that. How is it possible? So that means that everybody in this entire building, everybody was coming in and out of this unit was delusional. They're brainwashed. We had those kind of powers. And if I got those kind of powers at the end of the day, I don't need to be doing paints anymore. I should rule the world, right? That would make me almost near a god. So how would that be possible? See, gentlemen, you may find it's funny, but these are questions you're going to be answered in court. I already know, troll. I know what you are at the end of the day. Let me explain something about the trolls. Let me explain to you real quick. Right now, you're scared to death. We know your addresses. We know where you live at. We have everything: Facebook accounts, Instagram accounts, social media accounts. We got all that stuff. And you know that we have enough evidence to bury you. We know that. You already know that. You know it's a matter of time before you get out of your car and some officers pull over and ask you some questions, put some handcuffs on you, because we got a warrant for you. You know it's a matter of time when it happens. Like Jamie sat there in his apartment, never knew that a process server was going to pop up and bang on his door. Did Jamie come to the door? No, he sent his wife. This time when these process servers come up, Fernando, they have the order to serve anyone in your apartment over the age of 18, which means if your wife comes to that door, she's getting served. If ICE accompanies them, they're going to walk right through your unit. If we get a warrant for your arrest, they're going to walk right through your unit. If any one of those companies get those emails, which they're going to get those emails, they're going to contact you directly and they're going to question you about their licensed material. They're going to get a warrant for your arrest and they're going to walk right through your unit. So at any given time, this could pop up. So I know that the laugh emojis is what you kind of display when you're nervous, when you're scared. You laugh a lot. I see it on camera. It's this nervous laugh that you do. A bit of a stutter in between it. So when you do this kind of stuff, gentlemen, I know you're scared. You want to come on here and show that you're not scared. You're not afraid. There's nothing at all. But if you weren't afraid, Fernando, why didn't you come to the door when the process server came to the door? Why didn't you come pick it up? Why did you deny it? Why did you let your wife go and get it instead and hide in the kitchen? I know. I was on the phone the entire time with the process server. Next time when the process server comes, we're going to put it on speaker. I'm going to record it live so everybody can hear it. See if you come to the door. And paint yourself in the corner, buddy. So, yeah, what happened here? Screen's operating perfectly fine. So what Fernando did, and McAfee and a couple others did, they contacted this woman's establishment and they threatened her life. She now has all your information, Fernando. All of you guys, you have all your information now. She's a very powerful woman. She knows a lot of very important people. She's going to make some contacts. But anyway, you threatened this woman at a time when she was going through some really bad stuff in her life. She had some people in her family passed away. She was going through some really rough stuff. And these guys were threatening her. Wow, you're big, strong men at the end of the day. Threaten a woman at the end of the day. Again, you got to pay for the things that you do. And when you go through the system, you will pay for those things because it will be noted that you threatened this woman's life. And then when the woman couldn't take it anymore because she was going through several deaths in her family, she was going through depression, she decided to let me go. I have no problem with that at all, period. Because the Lord always allows us to always land on our feet. So when we left from here, what did Fernando do? Fernando went on his site and said, oh, he was fired from the site. I was never fired, I was never hired. I was there for volunteer work, so that'd be impossible for me to be fired. I'm doing volunteer work. I said it multiple times on camera, I'm a volunteer. But anyway, as he said, we were fired because we were caught scamming. That's what you did. God saw that. So that's what I'm saying. That's why the judgment you received is going to be, like I said, a judgment that will be paid in blood. You have a very serious judgment on you. And right now, listen to Satan and using a printing machine in an unzoned area, which I find it ironic that you call a license inspection on me for operating in a garage, and here you are operating in an apartment, 3 machines that you're not supposed to have in there because they're toxic and poison. Our stuff can't kill us, but your stuff can kill you. And you didn't have proper ventilation for your machines, and you breathed in enough of that poison to poison your entire family, including your pets. Which today I have to contact the SPCA over in California, Baldwin Park. That's where you're located at. That's where he's at. His area is Baldwin Park. There's different sections of California, but his city is Baldwin Park. So the police department, Baldwin Park, license inspection, Baldwin Park, all that. And then you're operating with a license. Mind you, Fernando, I'm the one that's filing the charge against you for the counterfeiting and stuff like that. I'll be the one testifying against you in court. And of course, once all the other companies, once Matrix breaches them to give them all the information from there, if he's in communication with them, they're going to contact you and they're going to tell you to take you to court. As I said before, I gave you the ultimatum. I said that if you had the right to run this business, how about you contact some of these companies? Hey, how can you walk into Baltimore Police Department, explain to them what you're doing? Can't do that, can you? How about you go down to code enforcement, fire marshals, any one of them, and tell them what you're doing? What about City Hall? Go pop over there. Can't do that, can you? As you record it so we all can see it. So the fact you can't go in there and talk to these people or go to the storage unit and explain, oh, by the way, we know your storage unit is at, by the way. But anyway, since you can't contact these people and let them know what you're doing, then that means you don't have an actual business. That means you're running scams. That means if you're running scams, then that means you are basically breaking the law, right? Trademark and all that, very serious crimes. And you're an illegal immigrant, right? You don't have documents or paperwork to be here, right? Now, you want to make this about race. It's not about race, Jamie. You came to this country and you basically defleeced and committed fraud against Americans. That's what you did. You went and robbed companies. You stole. You ripped off. That's what you did. All right? All right, then. So ICE that's involved in this, and the reason why they're involved in this is because we file these charges against you that you are a criminal. Now, you can back that up by just basically taking me to court, which I did give you the opportunity, which you didn't take. All right, then. Then that means at the end of the day, you're guilty. Now, are you saying you have the right to be here? No, you don't. Anybody breaking the law does not have the right to be here. Is that racism? No. I don't want somebody in the country that's basically breaking the law and committing crimes. Nobody wants that. We don't even want our own citizens here doing that. So like me going to your country and breaking the law and doing whatever I want to do over there. You wouldn't want that, would you? No, you wouldn't. Nobody would want that. So guess what? It's not racism. You're just a criminal. We just want you out. Unfortunately, where you're going, it's going to be pretty bad. And on top of that, what's going on in your system right now, they don't do much when it comes to medical treatment in places like that. I'm so happy that when I caught my lung disease, I was free and out and about. So I can go see doctors and all that stuff. And certain systems and stuff, they couldn't care less. That's what I said. You're going to suffer paid in blood. He has unbelievable, unspeakable crimes against God. His judgment is heavy. All right, let's see what's going on here. Nothing there with that one right there. We're here over here in the Caring Place over there. We got some more demonstrations here in the Caring Place. Oh, look, window technology. Isn't this the stuff we have now? So let me get this straight. So this technology right here, we have a 5200 lumen hitting this screen, right? And when I sat there in the middle of that floor and made that statement to God, now we can go outside at 300 lumens. So right there on that concrete with all that sun, I can go out there with a projection set up and I can watch the screen push through, which I'm planning to do next. I want to do something with a little traffic, foot traffic. I'm going to do a setup right there. I got a buddy of mine at a store and says there's no problem me doing a recording in front of a store. But yeah, we can do that. Right out there and all that sun. Can you imagine 300 lumens? Imagine the change. 5,200 lumens inside shelter versus now 300 to 50 lumens outside. Heck, I can watch a movie in the middle of the park if I choose. Do you guys have that technology? No. And he has the nerve to put down blessed. Let me tell you something. When the Lord blesses you with something, it doesn't come with illnesses. It doesn't come with lung disease. It doesn't come with kidney failure, heart failure. It doesn't come with any of that stuff. God does not bless a man and curse him at the same time. He doesn't do that. That means you couldn't trust him. No, you followed the devil. So look at this right here. Now, mine got cars passing by, people seeing all this screen. So how would it be possible this doesn't work? Yeah, man, I tell you. You guys are just mad, bitter, and upset because your hands are not blessed. Well, look who you serve. Serve the devil. Hey, they have picture frames laying around. I figured, hey, let's code over that and turn it into a projection screen. That's what I did. We're doing an African American museum in there for them, and we're in there for volunteer. We're never hired at all. Period. I actually got more videos to put down there. I got to get around to putting those in there. Let's go over to. You can't maintain one website. I'm on my third website. See what I mean? Hands not blessed. You went right back to eBay. You came from eBay. You went backwards. The point of basically when you be on eBay is to leave eBay later on, take your customer base and go to a website. You couldn't even do a website correctly without ripping somebody off. So he lost the website and ended up going back to eBay. And now he's about to lose his eBay account because we're challenging his eBay account in court. Which we're sending letters out, court documents out to eBay to let them know that we find that your paint you're selling is black and white house paint. You're scamming your customers. We got that product under the table, the refusal. Come on, man. You can't back that stuff up. We sent it right to your front door. Everybody got the tracking numbers. You sent it back. Couldn't even back up your own products. Customers again outside. You're inside in the dark. Your customers can't even open up a window, a simple window. I feel sorry for this guy. If this guy ever reaches out to us, we'll give you some free products, no problem. But your customer couldn't even open up 2 freaking windows. And this projector is far better than his, far better than mine. And look at that. Your customer sitting up on top of the roof with that Batman setup, his screen was washed out. And then we bring your product down here and it is trash. We got it down here right now. We got your product under the desk. Gonna tell me this is not your product? We made it off your tutorial video. So you're gonna deny the tutorial video and say it was not your video? Oh, what we got in the video? We got a clone in the video? No, man, that's your video. That's where we made the paint from. We made it using your video. For those you don't know, the refusal, if Jamie tries to lie about this, is actually the same paint. I did a recording. We bring the recordings up. I bring them up. I'm gonna put them to the blacklist anyway. I'll post those today to the blacklist. In those recordings, we made his product exactly the same way he tells you how to make it. The Metallica Mix 2.0, which is free. Tells you how to make it. But when we made that product, we put it against the personal mix, we put it against the hybrid mix, we put it against the center. It all matched everything. It's the same thing. Same stuff. That's all. So, from there, we make the product and we send it right to you, right? You're the only one that could have canceled that order. No one else can cancel it, only you. And you sent it back. Right? Do I need to pull the box with your address on it? You know, that's doxing. Jamie's not doxing. Do I need to pull up your address where everybody can find you? I literally did so many demonstrations that any government agency could find you now. Let's show. Where's that box? Oh, here it is. I still got paint left over. Got a lot of paint left over. As a matter of fact, we got a splatter screen that we painted over with the paint that we sent back to you, and your product don't work. Look at this. Here it is. That's the mixture. That's one right there. Crow's Metallica Mix 2.0. Come on, Jamie. Work with me here. 2 tablespoons of black paint into 1 quart of white paint. This is what we sent to you, right? This is off your tutorial video on showing you how to make your product, right? Unfortunately, this product right here matched the product that we bought, which was the personal mix I paid for. And it matched it. That's why I'm taking your company to court to show them today you scammed a whole bunch of people. This is black and white paint. This is YouTube paint. This is how YouTube paint was made back in the day. So you took the old YouTube paint from back in the day that they gave away for free, and at one point you were giving it away for free, but then you turn around and try to make money off of it. The problem was that he was selling something he was actually giving away for free, and the other products he had to try to hype them up to make them seem there was something special. I'm sending this to you. This is mine right here. This is the Crow's Metallica Mix 2.0 upgrade. This is for you. I'm sending that back to you. But anyway, turned out to be nothing more than just house paint, as I said before. Now, when I sent it to you, I sent it to your business address. This is your business address right here, right? That's you right there. Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, right here. Crow Cinemax Mix LLC, that's what shows up on it. Apartment E, that's you right there, right? Signature tracking, that's the tracking number right there if anybody wants to look that up. Refusal that they wrote on the box was sent to you on a restriction to make sure that no one else could sign for it, only you. It's only addressed to you and you only, and you sent it back. Now, why would you send back something at the end of the day that you backed at one point? Why would you send it back? Then we had a customer buy the Metallica Mix for us and bring it over to us. This is the one that had the hole in the top and leaked all over the place. And it matched the same thing as the house paint that you showed how to make for free. So now you're trying to get $75. So we sent all that to eBay to let them know that your site is a scam site, that you're ripping off customers. Now, they're going to question you on that. And we're going to take you to court on that to show that you try to operate an illegal business. Again, you need a license too also to sell on eBay because that's in the rules now. That you're operating illegal businesses without proper licensing. On top of that, you're scamming your customers. So, again, how come the customer who opened up the 2 curtains didn't get this? And we're outside. Well, he's outside. Well, I guess he must be brainwashed too, right? And then the guy who did the review on the paint, he must be brainwashed too, because you guys attacked him too on top of that. So he was basically making the demonstration was fake, and we don't know this guy at all, period. We don't know anything about him. I've never heard of him before. That's the first time I heard him when I saw the video. I didn't even know the video even existed, to tell you the truth, honestly. We just bumped him. Somebody came and brought it to us. They didn't bring it to us because they lost. That's why. And then when they lost, they got mad and they turned around and turned on him. Oh, hey, buddy, welcome to my world at the end of the day. Bunch of sore losers at the end of the day. They'll crybabies. But the difference between him and me today, I'm taking you to court. I'm going to take some money out of your pocket. Matter of fact, I'm going to take all your money out of your pocket, and I'm going to throw your butt in the prison system. That's where you're going. And you sort it out from there. My job is to do one thing only. Sue, throw you in jail. I think I'm going to cut that whole thing with the kids and all. I'm not bothering with that. It's just too headache. We just sue you through it in court. I ain't got time for that. You got kids in there, that's not my problem. That's your problem at the end of the day. I got to do what I got to do. I got too much stuff on my plate to be sorting through people today who got kids. I ain't got time for that. You're just going to go to jail and you're going to get hit with a lawsuit. That's all to it. That's all I got time for. I can't tell the lawyers how to do their job. That's none of my business. Their job is to do. We pay them to do what they got to do. Their job is to go in and clean your clock. And if possible, if we can get prison time out of it, let's go to that level 2 next. But, like I said, if you feel that I'm all these things, like you said I am, right? You go in and you file these lawsuits against me. That's what you do. Because I'm filing mine against you. So, and you beat it back yourself in court. You should have no fear, right? So, Fernando, when a process server comes to your front door or a letter gets there, this is what you do. You go in and you take that letter. Because I'm going to make sure it's video recorded this time. When it's video recorded, I'm going to make sure I post a video recording on how you react when the process server comes to your front door. So let's see if he's a man. See if he's a man who'll come to the door. Or let's see if he basically, at the end of the day, hides behind his wife, which can be served too also. You can't hide behind anybody. You can't hide behind your wife, you can't hide behind your kids, you can't hide behind anybody. You go to your family's house, they'll go there. Go to your mother's house, if she's still alive, or if she is, they'll go there. Your father, they'll go there. Doesn't make a difference. Anywhere you go. You go to church, they'll go there. You go to a hospital, go there. It doesn't make a difference. Anywhere you go, they'll go come see you. We got 6 of them we hired. Anywhere you go. You're in that apartment, they will get through that door. You don't have to contact your landlord. So, if you feel that this is harassment in any way if you feel it's harassment, this is what you do. You file a lawsuit against Mr. Bird. That's what you do. And you make statements in the lawsuit that all the accusations that I made against you are fake. And you don't forget to put in there that you did an honest review on our products and you found out our products didn't work, came out too dark, and they were unwatchable. That's what you do. Because in the long run, this is what you're going to court for anyway. Oh, leave? Why are you going to leave now? They didn't leave now. They're just out the door. This is what happens. I told you. They can't back themselves up. Now, I'm going to do what I usually do because I got a busy day today. I have to go in and I have to update my website for new technology. Pages are blowing up on the new screen paint we're developing. And of course, haters are angry and upset and bitter at the end of the day. Mad. And as you can see by the post we put at the bottom, nothing but crying at the end of the day. They're trying to use my face, like I said, for their thumbnails and what they do at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You guys can't back up anything. In the long run, you're going to court. In the long run, you're going to lose everything. Some of you, right now, are already going to be dealing with very serious health issues. Because you attacked a Christian. God does not allow those things to go unpunished. Just like when I sat there and told my brother-in-law I was going to shoot him in the face. And here I am sitting up there with a loaded gun in my face. In my face. That's how I know how God protects his people. So, again, if I am all these things, how are all these customers at the end of the day showing off our products? How is that even possible? How? How is that? This is the Digital 2.0 where Jamie went in and made a statement that our product came up too dark, and a customer came in and said, no, he's a liar. This is my demonstration of Digital 2.0. So, Jamie, you claimed that didn't work. Even Rogers did a video on it and said it didn't work, right? And there's a customer right there. So you guys attacked me for no reason at all because you were jealous over my blessings. That's what you did. You went and attacked me. But I'll let you know something. God knew everything you did. Every single thing you did, God knows. And if God knows what you did, that means that you're under judgment. Let's talk about this real quick. Does the Lord protect his people from those who prosecute them? Yes. You're under judgment. Yes, yes, yes. Read it, gentlemen. Read it. It's in the Bible. Yes, the Bible teaches that the Lord provides spiritual and the ultimate protection with immediate judgment to those who prosecute his people. And that's what you did. You came and prosecuted me. You came and attacked me. You came and attacked my family. You came and attacked my friends. You came and attacked me. And guess what? You are now under judgment. We put you in God's hands. Now, do I hate my enemies? No, I don't hate my enemies at all. If I hated Jamie at the end of the day, I would sit there and say at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to basically going through that whole disease at the end of the day. Boy, it's going to be painful. You're going to suffer. You're going to die. It's going to be hard. You're going to be spitting up blood. It's going to be the worst of the worst. I'm going to laugh at everything you go through. When you're sitting up in the hospital, I may make a visit down to California to watch you basically die. Now, I could say something like that. That's hatred towards someone. No, I feel sorry for him. He's going to go through a very awful ordeal. This is why I sat there and advised him to go to the hospital, go to a lung doctor, get his lungs checked, get his wife's lungs checked, get the animals checked, get all that done. Get the kids checked, get them checked. This is why we advise that. Do I have any hatred toward Mr. Williams? No, we feel sorry for Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams has mental problems at the end of the day. There's something wrong with Mr. Williams. He has mental problems. Mr. Williams also has a restraining order on him. Yeah, we got a state-to-state restraining order on you. Yeah, be careful. My sister just filed one, about to file one against him too next. But anyway, do we hate Mr. Williams? No. At all, period. I don't hate true Mr. Williams. But we have to do what we have to do. If you went out and you committed crimes, we're going to have to do what we got to do. We got to report you, and we got to take you to jail. You got to go to jail and all that stuff. That's what's going to happen. But, as again, no hatred. Because I don't allow Satan to get that opportunity. Do we hate Rogers? No, we don't hate Rogers at all, period. But I got to do what I got to do. Rogers used my face without my permission, therefore I have to file a lawsuit against you because you shouldn't have done that at all, period. There's something called law of the land. You have to respect the law of the land, and you did not respect the law of the land in any way whatsoever. Did I do any of the shenanigans that you guys did to me? Did I attack your families? No. Did I go out and make these puppet people of you and try to embarrass you on YouTube? Did I take your face and try to put weird cartoons or whatever that nonsense you do? No, I didn't do any of that stuff. Did I make false accusations about your products? No. How would I be to do that? Jamie, we went out and bought your products multiple times. They did exactly what they did. They didn't work out the way they were supposed to. As for the cancellations, you wouldn't cancel the orders yourself. Telling us in the day your stuff doesn't work. You gave us back our money. So right there, that proves it right there. Your stuff doesn't work. And if we take it to court, and if you felt in the day that we were basically prosecuting your works and you felt that your mixtures were doing what you're supposed to do, how come you didn't draw up any paperwork and take me to court on this? If that was the case. Nothing at all. All right, then. Then that means you knew your products were fake. And on top of that, you got caught in the video basically matching house paint. So there it is right there. So, yeah. But they'll feel at the end of the day that, hey, we should be to go out and prosecute and do what we want to do. And if anyone comes against us, they must hate us. If anyone takes us to court, if anyone takes us before the law, if anyone sues us, they must hate it. No, it's called part of the law. This is how life works, Karen. That's why you call them Karens, because that's what you are. You're Karens. You feel that if you attack someone and someone goes before the courts and takes you and gets you locked up and you lose everything in the process of this, you feel that that person has hatred for you. So you should be allowed to go out and attack that person over and over again. You should be allowed to spread hatred about this person and no consequences should happen to you. That's like someone robbing a bank and saying, hey, I went and I robbed the bank, I threatened some people, I waved the gun around, I stole some money, I wrecked a few cars and might have killed someone in the process, but I feel that everybody got it out for me because I did that. You should be allowed to do that? That's what we're saying? No. Society, there's rules. So you have to pay for all that stuff that you did. And because we're Christians on our half over here, and the people you attacked, they're also Christians. They can go before the Lord and pray on this, and you'll be under God's judgment. And that's a place I wouldn't want to be at. Especially when you have a demon out there that's trying to kill you. When the devil's out there trying to kill you 24/7 and trying to think of new ways to end your life, you do not want to be under judgment. You need the Lord's protection 24/7 every day on that situation. All right, so with that being done, I got to update my site. I got the invisible screen technology. Where are we at right now? We're at 10 of 12 already? Jeez. Man, time goes quick. All right, we got the invisible screen to do. I'm done here. And let me tell you something, gentlemen. All the what do you call it? All the, what's the word for it? All the campaigns and all that stuff you've done, you absolutely ended up doing nothing at all. All that time put in to basically try to make our products seem like something that they weren't, you ended up wasting your time. You're never going to get that time back. And you're going to end up owing us time when you go to jail. You wait, nothing. I'm going to make millions of dollars off this technology. And where are you going to be at? You're going to be in the prison system. Hopefully not fighting for your life. You wasted your life on this earth. You only get one, mind you that. You only get one. Some of you are going to be going through illnesses right now. You're going to be going through illnesses. You get one life and that's it. And you squandered it doing nothing. At least in the next life, you better get ready for the next life. That's what you need to do. Invest in the next life. Because this life right here is over for you. It's done. It's over. By the time we get you into a courtroom, all the evidence we have at the end of the day, you're going to jail. Definitely. That's definitely going to happen. So this life is done for you. The next life is what you're going to have to worry about. So I would suggest you seek and find God. Because the next life is where it matters, gentlemen. You're under judgment right now because you prosecuted a Christian. Look it up in the Bible. Go to church. Talk to a reverend. What do you got to do? Say, I went out and prosecuted a Christian. What's going to happen to you? And they'll tell you you're under judgment. So the devil's trying to kill you and you're under judgment. That's not a good place to be at. You want to be on God's good side when you have Satan trying to kill you every day. That's where you want to be at. Well, for those of you who shouldn't understand well with me, I sat in the middle floor and made my statement. Where's my technology now? I'm outside at 350 lumens operating. My gamer paint is unbelievable. I got contracts coming in from my business. The company's going to get paid. We're getting paid now. Where are they at right now? He lost his entire website. He's on eBay selling paints for $75. And he's not going to last long because he can't back any of that stuff up. The other guy's site's been just sitting there. It's not no activity whatsoever. It's a dead site. Anything he sells at that site is an automatic lawsuit because he can't back up anything in specification sheets. So is the other one. They can't get contracts. They can't get distributorships. They can't get nothing at all, period. Who's going to contract that paint? This is as far as they can go with it. That's it. They can't go anywhere with it. Well, that today, I'm going to be showing demonstrations on that invisible technology next. And then I might go outside today. I'm not sure. See, that's the kind of options we have. I love the fact to be to say that. I may go outside today. I'm not sure. I've never been to operate outside at 9 o'clock. You know how much power it is to operate at 9 o'clock and then carry around this thing all day? We carry around, this is the projector we're using outside. Are you kidding me? Outside? And you got people inside with ultra short, those that can't even operate next to a window, and we can play outside with this? Man. And then that gamer paint? You see how beautiful that? I had people in the office who walked in on a demonstration. I was on Facebook and stared at that thing like, oh my God. It turned on the TV behind it. It beat the TV. He said, well, wait, what can we do with this? You could paint the entire wall with this. Paint the entire wall. Turn the entire wall into a TV. And the guy's like, man, it's a weatherproof. We take it outside. Oh, man, this stuff's going to sell like hotcakes. And your haters out there, you're going to be bitter. You're going to be sitting up there bitter, drinking that haterade, bitter as bitter can be, wasting your time that you're never getting back as our company grows and expands and becomes more and more powerful. All right, with that being said, I wasted enough time on this already. I'm past my moment of where I'm supposed to be at. I got business to take care of pretty soon. Where the freak is the charge port for this battery pack? Let's see, we got all that there. I'll just run it through the Sony. Let me see. Run it through the Sony. Here. And that gamer paint is gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I told you the gallons are going to sell out quick. The gallons of Japanese going to sell out quick because again, people want to paint them outside, they want to paint them inside, they want to paint these giant screens in. We got companies are going to be using this stuff, and on top of that, they're going to be using it for like outdoor movie theater setups and all that stuff. We got a lot of that going on down here. Let me see. Where's the chart for this one? I got a bunch of them over here. I forgot stuff back in. I unplugged everything. Oh, I did put everything back in. Alright, we already got sound from this one. And the system is on. Let's see. Oh, no, it's not. That light system is on. What do we do with the system for the lights? Are we over here? Or is it? Alright, cool. Sad to be that angry all the time. It's really sad. It's really sad. What was the other guy crying about? He was crying about our screen he broke. Seriously? What's his name? PC, whatever his name is. Dude, you gotta get a life. Again, you're contacting a grown man's business account. He don't contact us anymore, but he got a bigger problem. So he got another guy, bigger, higher level computer programmer that's got his sights on him right now. That he wants to reach out to him. He got a bigger problem. And your problem, you've drawn up this stuff at the end of the day. You're not a humble person. Shouldn't attack another person on a PC. I was minding my own business, talking about my bills and stuff, and that's all I was doing. Just talking about our cardboard bills, and he thought the company would be nasty about it. Now you got somebody who's higher than you. Way higher than you. I'm higher than you, to tell you the truth, honestly. You have no idea how deep rabbit holes go at the end of the day. You gotta be real careful at the end of the day. But I don't engage in that kind of nonsense. At the end of the day, I have a business, I have things I have to answer for. This guy doesn't. He doesn't answer for jack. But he's a very nice person. Known him for years. Very nice person. He doesn't like his dude's attitude. He really doesn't like it. Okay, let me see. Wait, this thing downstairs. This thing operates a lot of lighting. So we don't know. I got it shaped like a T. I think I may change the structure in that. Alright, let me see. No, it's the wrong one. Yeah, somebody wants to say, oh, but the screen's matching too. The entire thing is coated in screen paint, like literally. The entire thing is all coated in our technology. Everything's coated in our technology. Where is the whatchamacallit? Let me see. Gotta do videos off to this in a few minutes. Oh, we don't have the... Oh, we got it in the wrong section. That's why it's not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here. There we go. See how mad they get. See, look, I can come in here and talk what I gotta talk, say what I gotta say, and back my products up and do this to you. Just like that. So for those you don't know, this is the technology we developed to absorb sunlight. Right Right now we have a halo system sitting inside of it that has 6,000 lumens of white cold fusion light. And this allows our technology to be able to show that it can do things that other projection screens can't do. Let's see. So they're mad about a lot of things. They're mad that we can pack our products up. They're mad that we can show them at the end of your stuff doesn't work. They're mad at the end of the day that we have technology that they will never be able to understand. And you can, y'all don't make invisible screens. One guy sat there and said that he makes an invisible screen paint, whatever it's supposed to be. And yeah, there's no video demonstrations of anything showing that he can do this at all, period. Mind you, invisible technology takes a lot of knowing. You have to know what you're doing when it comes to this stuff, because the surface you could easily damage if you don't do it right. Mind, this is both front and rear. So if whatever you damage in the front is definitely going to be showing up in the back. So you have to know what you're doing. And the person who's coating this down to a surface, that surface is going to be extremely expensive. It's probably going to be glass or plexiglass. It's going to be something, but it's going to be expensive. So you want to make sure you know what you're doing before you start making accusations that you know something about rear projection technology. On top of that, people that are using rear projection technology, there's a 100% chance they're going to stick this thing in a window next to sunlight. It's definitely going to hit it. They're definitely going to have it. So you got to explain to them at the end of the day that, hey, if you're going to spend $6,000 for a wraparound awning, that's going to cost a lot of money. Or you're going to spend the money for more high-end expensive projectors, that's going to cost more money. So they're going to be turned off from the whole thing. I would. Someone told me I had to spend extra money on top of spending the money I already had to spend for the investment. I'm not going to be too happy about that. So with that being said, I'm probably going to be turned off and probably do something else, put like an LED TV up there and be done with it. I don't have to pay the money for the awning. I don't have to pay the money for the high-end projector to buy a TV or an LED monitor and be done with it. Something that can take in some sun. So that's better. Most people are going to go down that road. But when we showed off the technology gain on this technology, we had to literally show that the screen has the ability to absorb tons of light, including being in the backup, it's SFEG, which is that sun fusion energy gain. Can't make up gains at the end of the day. They have to be real. And that's the problem we found with Williams. Not Williams, I forget his name. Danny Rogers was making up a fake game that didn't exist. That's when they challenged your company in court. That's another couple $1 million going to sue you for that one. So let's back that up, buddy. You're making up stuff. You're making stuff up. That's the problem. There's too many people making up things at the end of the day that they do this and do that and they don't do it. So if you excuse me, gentlemen, I'm going to go in and do my demonstrations on a real screen paint, a real product that works. Come time enough, I'll see you in court, and I do plan to take everything from you. I don't care whether you have kids or not. It's not my responsibility. The lawyer's going to do what they got to do. You got a house, we're taking it. You got a car, you're taking it. You got banking accounts, whatever, we're taking it. And if we can, I'll take the wedding ring. Mind you, wrote the check. We're going to cash it for you. You're going to have to be to back it up at the end of the day. And if you feel that I'm all these things that you claim that I am, this is what you do. Get yourself a lawyer, and you take it to court. That's what you do. Don't go on YouTube and cry about it, right? Don't do any of that stuff. Don't go on YouTube and cry about it. You go get yourself a lawyer, and you take me to court. Because I'm going to guarantee you one thing, gentlemen. If you don't take me to court, I will take you to court. And I guarantee you, I will win in that courtroom with no problem whatsoever. Enjoy the beautiful technology. Let's take a walk around the screen real quick and all this lighting we have. Look at it. Boom! This technology is a beast. That shows at the end of the day people that can come on here, talk the talk, walk the walk. Look at the lighting we have in here. You can't even survive in here. Talk the talk, walk the walk. See, gentlemen, I can come out here, embarrass you, crush you at the same time, and then do this to you. You can't do it. I can take the same screen and go outside with it, which we do all the time. And they're right, Topo, that's what we do. Look at him getting mad. Gotta go. See you later. Soon.